Snake and the Ants. Storytime Adventures. Once upon a time, deep in the heart of a lush green forest, there lived a large, proud snake named Slither. Slither was very long and had shiny scales that shimmered in the sunlight. He spent his days slithering through the forest, thinking he was the most important creature around. One hot summer day, Slither was feeling very lazy. He decided to curl up under a big tree and rest. As he lay there, enjoying the cool shade, he felt something tickling him. He looked down and saw a long line of tiny ants marching right over his tail. "How dare they walk on me?" Slither hissed, angry that such small creatures would dare disturb him. "I'm the biggest and the strongest in this forest." Slither shook his tail, trying to scatter the ants, but they just kept marching, busy as ever. One brave ant, named Antsy, climbed up onto Slither's head and said, "Excuse us, Mr. Snake, but we are working hard to gather food for our colony. We didn't mean to bother you, but this is the quickest path to our home." Slither laughed. "You tiny ants think you can just walk over me? I am far too important to worry about you. Move along, or I will flick you away." But Antsy wasn't scared. He knew that even though the ants were small, they were strong when they worked together. He looked at Slither and said, "We may be small, but we ants know the power of teamwork. Together, we can do amazing things." Slither just scoffed, thinking he was too mighty for ants to bother him. He flicked his tongue and hissed again. "Go ahead, show me what you can do. You're just a bunch of tiny bugs." Antsy didn't argue. He climbed back down to his colony, and together, the ants quickly gathered around Slither's tail. They worked as a team, each ant helping the other, and soon they began to move something surprising: the very ground around Slither's resting spot. As the ants dug and pulled, the earth beneath Slither began to shift. Slither, thinking he was too big to be moved, soon realized the ground was slipping from under him. Before he knew it, the ants had moved enough dirt to make him roll right off the path and into a small ditch. Slither was shocked. How could something so small make him move? He looked up from the ditch, amazed by the ants' teamwork. "I never thought you could do that," Slither exclaimed. Antsy climbed up to the top of the ditch and smiled. "Like I said, when we work together, we can accomplish anything. You may be strong, but even the smallest creatures can make a big difference." Slither felt embarrassed, but he also realized something important that day. He had learned not to judge others by their size and to respect the power of teamwork. From that day on, Slither was kinder to the smaller creatures in the forest. He even became friends with Antsy and the ant colony, and whenever he saw them working hard, he admired their determination and teamwork. And so, the proud snake learned an important lesson. It's not about how big or strong you are, but how you work together that makes all the difference. Moral of the story: teamwork and cooperation can achieve great things, no matter how small you are.